Recon Athlete podcast is brought to you by Kreitz Market, The Social, and Focus Fit San Marcos. All right, Recon Athlete, episode number 65. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez. Paul, what's up?
Well, good evening, man. That your little humble abode there, man, looking so lovely with the live stream on Facebook Live. Got the big 65 in the top right hand corner, just looking fresh, man. You looking good. How things going for you?
Man, you know it's pretty good. I'm glad I got the. We had a little. Just a. Man, hold on. Zach's trying to call, but let me see if I
can. We merge him?
Let me try to merge him. Actually, hold on. Let me hold on 1 second. All right. Hey, Zach.
Hey.
Hey, let me try to. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to merge y'all. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to merge the calls. Paul, are you there?
I am here.
Zach, what are you doing? Are you in your car?
I'm backing up.
Oh, where are you going?
That's my reverse.
Where are you headed? Where are you reversing to?
No, I'm just kidding. I just left Walmart. Yo, have you been to the store? Since the stuff happened?
I went for the first time in 2 weeks yesterday, and I was getting real mad because people kept getting real close to me, man. I was getting really upset.
Dude, it's a scary place, the store.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you can't look down the aisle and not see someone, with some type of gloves on, some type of mask.
Yeah.
It's, really quiet in there. I didn't like it.
Man, I'll tell you what, dude. I'm doing my darndest not to go to the store. You know, I got a fridge full of stuff. I was running low on some eggs, so I was like, well, let me go to Central Market right up here on 45th and see how it is. And it wasn't too bad, but man, yeah, there's people in there with masks and gloves, and I went in and got the things.
The vibe is real weird.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's new times, bro. It's new times. But yeah, man. How you been, bro? We haven't talked to you in a while.
I've been good. Wednesday I was busy. Saturday I was overslept. Man, I feel like everyone is just still in the honeymoon phase of this, or coming off the honeymoon phase of this shelter at home thing. Because they're working from home, but it's half the people can't really do their job, but they're working from home.
Yeah.
My job is I'm literally doing the same thing. I'm just at home. So there's no fun. There's no more added free time. It's just boring.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same way, man. I can do my job at home, from home. You know what I'm saying? I really don't have to be at the office for other than meeting employees or having face-to-face meetings. But obviously we're not doing that anymore. So yeah, man, I'm busy during the day. I mean, thankfully, thank God I've got a gig that allows me to do that. And, shout out to everybody out there that's, that this has affected them, with their jobs and financially, man. Cause, it's rough times, man. People losing jobs, the store is a scary place to go. The one thing I do, Zach, when I get home from the store is I will take a shower immediately. Just because I've heard that's a thing to do just in case, there's, I don't know. Maybe it's just.
I mean, you're not going to ingest the sickness through your butthole or something. You just got to wash your hands and not lick your body.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just it makes me feel better about it. It makes me feel. I feel like when I left Central Market yesterday. Now, granted, I kept my distance. Some people kind of kept getting close to me, and I was getting agged, man. I was getting a little aggravated with it. But when I got home, I just went straight, took a shower, and I felt better about myself. You know what I mean?
Well, at least you went to Central Market. I went to Walmart. Dude. That place already looks like a hospital inside.
Yeah. Why are you going to Walmart right now?
Well, I was looking for the Dr. Pepper and cream flavor.
Uh-huh.
I heard they got it at Walmart, but they didn't have it, so that's the only reason I went.
They got that at a convenience store?
Well, okay, they had it at Quick Trip. I bought it at Quick Trip, and then I drank it and liked it, and then went back to Quick Trip, and they didn't have it anymore.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I mean,
maybe there's a shortage.
Yeah, shortage of Dr. Pepper cream and soda. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Dr. Pepper cream. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what's up. So, anybody on our watch party and other Recon Athlete fans, if you got any Dr. Pepper cream flavored, Zach Lucetto, hit him up. You can find him at Zach Ain't Whack.
I'll pay double.
He'll pay double. You can find him at Zach Ain't Whack on Instagram and Twitter. Zach, you gonna stick on here with us, and or you got to run?
I'll stick on for a little while. What are we talking about?
All right, we're gonna do a little bit of NFL power rankings. We're just gonna do 10 through 1, and we got this list from ESPN.com. And I was just gonna do like 10, 9, 8, and have Paul talk about one of the teams. And if you want to, chime in, you can do that. And I was gonna do the same thing with 7, 6, 5, and then we'll do the last, the top 4 with the NFL power rankings. And we're gonna talk a little bit about maybe this NBA 2K tournament that's coming up between the NBA players that are trying to put this on. I know, Zach, I know you're a gamer, so that's what we're going to do, man. You down?
Yeah, you're a super gamer too. How come y'all didn't try to enter?
I mean, like, I don't know, man. I'm trying to get into the gaming thing, but like I said, man, I'm doing a lot of work during the day, and then in the evening, I like to watch Snoop play MLB the Show 2020. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's been having bad luck lately.
Does he have a creative character?
Does he have what?
Does he have a creative character?
I don't think so. Snoop, you got a creative character on MLB? Nah, he said nah. Nah, he said nah.
There's a mode on there called Road to the Show.
Okay.
Where you create a character and get drafted and like go through all that stuff and like try to make it to the big.
Uh-huh.
That's a pretty fun mode. You can try that. It would be a good way for you to learn the game as well.
Yeah. So we've got at least another 30 days of this quarantine. From everything I'm hearing, it's probably going to be more. So yeah, I mean, I'll try to get on there. I'll try to create a character and see if I can go through the minors and get into the major leagues. Maybe I can do that.
Yeah, maybe you'll play for the Round Rock Express.
Yeah, I'll try to play for the. I'll play for the Corpus Christi Hooks and then Round Rock Express, and then I'll hit up to the big leagues. So, all right, Zach. Well, let me get everything started since you're on here. Paul, you still there?
Oh, you better believe it, man.
Oh yeah, what up, Paul Rodriguez? So we got the team back together. Hey, Zach, real quick. I've been working on trying to get because you see, everybody doing all these Zoom calls and stuff like on ESPN and stuff, but I'm not very technically savvy. So I've been doing a lot of stuff. I don't really have like the best equipment either. So we're trying to get it to where we can do like a Zoom call or some kind of conference call with us three, and I can try to get you guys get some video with this. So we're gonna be working on that. I think
you and I can do it on our iPhone.
Well, I mean that's the thing, man. Like, so my computer, I've got the OBS running through the Facebook page on the Recon page, and then I use my phone to make the phone calls, but also start the watch parties, as well. So, I mean, I don't know. I might have to buy another phone or something just to try to get all this stuff done. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll figure it out, man. It's an evolution, I mean, everything is changing. The world is changing. Everybody's got to do things differently now. And you know what? Hey, that's the way we got to do it. So, hopefully we can get this thing rolling. I just need to do a little bit more research and we'll get it going. But let's go ahead and keep rolling with Recon Athlete, episode number 65. Chris Sanchez, I got Paul Rodriguez and Zach Lucetto on the line. Mr. Snoop Daniel over in the green room hanging out, joining us on our watch party. All right, let's do this. The NFL Power Rankings. We got this on ESPN.com. Started off at number 10. We're going to go 10 through 1 and then talk a little bit about the other 22 teams if we want at the end. Number 10, ESPN.com has the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At number 9, the Buffalo Bills. At number 8, Minnesota Vikings. Paul Rodriguez, is Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 10 simply because they have Tom Brady?
Yeah, I think a lot of this list is post-free agency also. And with the big signing of Tom Brady to go to Tampa Bay, I know a lot of people aren't high on him, but for somebody like Tom Brady to market himself to want to go to Florida, to go to Tampa Bay, to be with Bruce Arians and with that receiving core, a lot of people aren't really high on him pushing the ball down the field. And I'm pretty sure a lot of Patriot fans are saying, we need to get rid of this guy, once he was out of town, because nobody's going to really say that about the GOAT while he's, still in your team's locker room. But I think Tom Brady with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 10 is somewhat, I think, a little bit still too low. I'm really high on that team. I think they're going to be extremely dangerous going into the season. God willing, everything goes, normally as planned. We do have a 2020 football season, but I think Tampa Bay really could be maybe even top 5, depending on how things shake out. But right now, this is probably an adequate place for them. But I think they're a lot higher.
All right, so Tampa Bay at 10, Buffalo Bills 9, Minnesota Vikings 8. Zach Lucetto, you got any opinion on those 3 teams sitting at 10, 9, and 8 respectively?
I think the Bills can end up at the end of the season, end up being better than where they're ranked now. Okay. I think the Bills are going to end up. I mean, they showed flashes last year with really only one kind of middle tier receiver threat. Mm-hmm. So I think now with the additions that they've made and the maturation of Josh Allen, I really can see the Bills turning into a real contender.
All right, so the Buffalo Bills sitting at 9. Zach likes them probably in the top 10, but from what I'm hearing you say, Zach, you think they'll end up higher than that. Zach, are you like drag racing right now?
That's what I'm saying.
The people that probably are. Legitimately, I think that's right.
Zach's doing Recon Athlete from his car, also drag racing at the time. So Minnesota Vikings sitting at number 8. Either you surprised that Minnesota's sitting at number 8? I'll start with Paul.
No, I really don't. And I know Minnesota's on, I think they're on the cusp. It's really hard for them in the NFC North with Aaron Rodgers, who I think we're going to expect to see in this list in the coming few places going into the number 1. But, it's really hard for us to say that, Minnesota really doesn't deserve that. They got a really great running back. Kirk Cousins just got a 2-year extension. Rudolph, did he push off? Did he not push off? Some say yes. Some say no, depending on who you ask. And maybe you should even ask some of the NFL officials from the Super Bowl. But George Kittle, just want to bring that up a little bit. But it's neither here nor there, but I think they're in the right spot, especially in that difficult division that they play in the NFC North.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Zach, any opinion on the Vikings?
I mean, I think after last year, you could see them higher, but they lost some pieces. I think that's going to hurt. They're going to hurt their offense. So I think they're very well placed now.
All right. Tennessee Titans. So once again, that's Tampa Bay at 10, Buffalo Bills at 9, Minnesota Vikings 8. This is NFL Power Rankings. Way too early Power Rankings. You can find this on ESPN.com. Chris Sanchez here with Paul Rodriguez and Zach Lucetto on the line. We are social distancing at this time, just like everybody else should be as well. Make sure you all stay at home unless you need to get necessities like cream flavored Dr. Pepper, like Mr. Zach Lucetto. All right.
I'm about to step into the liquor store too here in a minute.
Dude, I heard that thing too. Is that true?
What?
Oh, you're going to stop there, or they're shutting them down?
No, I'm going to step into one.
Oh, okay. Hey, can you pick me up something?
Yeah, text me.
All right. We're going to go 7, 6, and 5 now. NFL Power Rankings, according to ESPN.com. Tennessee Titans at number 7, Seattle Seahawks at number 6, and Zach Lucetto's Green Bay Packers at number 5. Paul Rodriguez, pick a team. Let us talk about them.
The Tennessee Titans, who had a somewhat Cinderella run out of the wild card. I think they're in a really good position. They could be maybe 8 or 9, depending on really where you want to really want to place them. Maybe just because of quarterback play, we really don't know if Tannehill can produce. But with Derrick Henry being still franchise tag and not a long term deal, hopefully that gets done. But somebody who may know a little bit more They're in their secondary. Logan Ryan may be a Dallas Cowboy target who may be leaving their secondary. I think is someone that is going to be a really big piece that they're going to need to get replaced. But right now, man, Vic Beasley re-signed for their defense, so hopefully that gives them a little bit of security. But listen, Vrabel is a former Patriot. He knows the Patriot way. I wouldn't be surprised if they go into free agency or maybe just turn one of these problem guys, turn them around and have paid dividends like the Patriots are used to. We'll just see if Vrabel can really do that with his general manager team and see if they get that done either through the draft or, maybe turn one of these, I don't want to say problem players, but more challenging players to their roster to be beneficial.
All right, Tennessee Titans sitting at number 7 in the way too early power rankings on ESPN.com. Seattle Seahawks are at number 6. And Zach Lucetto, your Green Bay Packers are at number 5. You like that, or do you prefer Green Bay being kind of an underdog?
I think that right now I'm going to say I like it, but I want to wait to hear who the teams in front of them are before I have my run.
Okay. So the Green Bay Packers sitting at number 5. We'll go for the top 4, 3, 2, and then we all kind of know who's number 1. So we'll get to that in a second. But the New Orleans Saints are number 4. San Francisco 49ers at number 3. And the Baltimore Ravens, they are at number 2. Paul Rodriguez, who do you want to talk about out of that group?
I want to talk about the Ravens, and we all know that a few years ago, maybe like 5 now that I think about it, the Wildcat was the toast of the town, and nobody knew moving forward until the beginning of last year. Nobody knew Lamar Jackson would take the leaps that he took to be as prolific out of the pocket and be as big as he was with his legs. Now, with that being said, nobody could figure it out, not even the Patriots. And so when they got into the playoffs and when they ran into a very difficult team that matched very similar to them in the Tennessee Titans, the Tennessee Titans figured out how to defeat them. And what stuck out to me from their playoff game was they made Lamar Jackson run side to side instead of north and south. And when you start seeing those linebackers and those safeties and those DBs force him to get outside and not have the quick twitch ability to push the running game down the field or running downhill, I think is really what really stops him and stops the momentum for the Baltimore Ravens. But listen, if Lamar Jackson takes another huge evolutionary step and starts to deliver the ball even more proficiently without the setting up the play action, if he can just sit in the pocket and, they don't have to use play action, is really going to put a lot of pressure on defensive coordinators in the secondary because they're not going to get to tee off and understand when Baltimore Ravens are going to be susceptible to passing plays. And so if you keep a defense off balance, Lamar Jackson takes that huge evolutionary step forward to throw the ball on any down and distance, I think he's going to be crucial. But I really don't know if he can take that step. I'm not saying it won't happen, but I don't know if I want to see it before I start saying, man, they're the number 2 team in the NFL based off of just the roster. That's just where I see things right now for them.
All right, so Baltimore Ravens sitting at number 2, San Francisco at number 3, New Orleans Saints at number 4. Zach, you got anything about those 3 teams you want to mention?
I think the Ravens and the Titans are similar to me in that you're kind of trying to figure out if lightning strikes twice, really. Like, was this like a one-time thing? Is this a RP3? Is this kind of with the 49ers as well with the Titans? Is this a sustainable run of success? Mm-hmm. And I don't think you know that, but I think you have to put them up that high because of last season. But I feel like teams like the Packers that are only going to get better as Aaron Rodgers' receivers get healthy. They start to make moves along the defense with the addition of Christian Kirksey. The receivers that he does have are more have tenure in that offense. I think teams like that make more sense in terms of a power ranking because there's so much uncertainty around teams like the Titans, the 49ers, and even the Ravens.
All right. So, yeah, I mean,
real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
On that Green Bay Packers, though, I think Zach is right on. And then I think another big piece that they just brought in out of free agency was Devin Funchess. And I think if with Aaron Jones and with Devontae Adams as their weapons, if Aaron Rodgers can get another big target like Devin Funchess going, I think the Green Bay Packers could be extremely dangerous if his O-line can keep him protected, because there's nobody who's more dangerous probably besides Tom Brady or Russell Wilson and Drew Brees than like a guy like Aaron Rodgers, because if they keep him healthy and they keep him upright, and the guy can put the ball where he needs to be any time of the year. So that was just another big thing. It's just they need to get Devin Funchess to perform up to his potential. That's the biggest key. But if they get that going, man, Green Bay could be really dangerous. And if the playoffs have to go through Green Bay, that's a tough road, because we saw how difficult it was for the AFC teams to have to go through Arrowhead and play the Kansas City Chiefs last year.
Yeah, and
I think with Devin Funchess, I've been very wishy-washy on him just like throughout his career, because he's so inconsistent. And I feel like normally when you say inconsistent with a receiver, you'd say that in terms of like production. But with him, like when he's inconsistent, he's dropping the ball, which has really like hurt the Packers in places, especially last year with these new receivers. You've seen guys like kind of take off in games last year, and then you've seen like the Lazard guy just have games where he just drops the ball, and that's something you can't do in that Packers offense that relies so much on Aaron Rodgers. So, and I think Devin Funchess will be a good like fit for the offense, because he plays he plays bigger than his stature is, but he's still not like a huge guy. And the guy that I think will really complement that receiving core really well, and the guy that I think we should like make note of is Equanimeous, who came from Notre Dame, had as a rookie didn't really play too much, and then last year was to like be a big for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had like a really good rapport with him throughout camp. Ended up having like a season game before the season even started. So him healthy, if he can crack that starting lineup, I think between him and the six receiver, Adams and Funchess, I think.
Zach, are you in the liquor store now? Because you're cutting out.
No, I'm outside of Taco Bell.
Oh, okay. What are you getting? Enchilada?
They got some like Chipotle chicken burrito. That's pretty good.
Oh, okay. Zach, you're supposed to be staying home, man. Like, we're supposed to be quarantining, bro. What are you doing running around town?
I gotta eat.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so of course, in the NFL Power Rankings, way too early. NFL Power Rankings, courtesy ESPN.com. Of course, the Kansas City Chiefs are the number one. All the number one team here. We don't really have to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs because they have pretty much, kept things together for the most part, and there's no reason for them not to be number one. Would there be a reason for them not to be number one, Paul Rodriguez?
Potential injury, just because this is the NFL and they have like no cap room to make any kind of big moves. So as long as everybody stays healthy and they keep everything together, they'll be fine. But man, if they have one big position loss, left tackle, Frank Clark, Travis Kelce, if one of those kind of guys get injured, man, it's bad news bears. But I mean, we've seen Patrick Mahomes be down and out in 2 playoff games back to back, and then come back again in the Super Bowl against the San Francisco 49ers. So I mean, never say never. I think they're kind of mantra right now.
All right, so the top 10 in the way too early power rankings: Tampa Bay 10, Buffalo Bills number 9, Minnesota Vikings number 8, Tennessee Titans 7, Seattle Seahawks 6, Green Bay Packers are at 5, New Orleans Saints 4, San Francisco 3, Baltimore Ravens at 2, and of course the Kansas City Chiefs at number 1. Now, we only really talked about the top 10, but just sitting on the outside at number 11 is me and Paul's Dallas Cowboys. Now, Paul Rodriguez, do you think that the Dallas Cowboys are ranked number 11 because of the name, because of the star on the helmet?
You're damn right. That's the only reason. That's the only reason that I love it. It's because it's good for the NFL and it's good for football that the Cowboys are either in the news one way or another. I mean, I'm starting to think, which I'm pretty sure people are quite aware of. The only reason the Dallas Cowboys are in the sports news, rotation is because Dak hasn't signed a contract and Jerry Jones makes that prevalent because no news has come out of there. Nobody knows what's really going on, and nobody knows. I thought they were going to get a deal done Sunday night or Monday night, and that, of course, didn't happen because there's so many leaks coming out. We just don't know if they're coming or going. And so if the Dallas Cowboys could get a deal done for Dak long term, they've already locked up their two big weapons with Zeke and Amari. Jarwin got re-signed as a tight end. They're working on the secondary. Now they just got to focus on filling the void with Travis help me out, or their center
Travis Frederick.
Travis Frederick. Thank you. I couldn't say the last name. I wanted to say Zach Martin, but I couldn't get it out. And it just seems that Dallas is always that team that's going to get left out. Well, maybe not this year, Chris. Not with that new CBA being done, and not with a fourth team being added to the playoffs. Dallas has been 9-7 or 10-6 for the past 5 or 6 years. They've always been that team just left out. Well, if they're going to add a fourth team, Dallas may just be that first team in off the bubble. So if Dallas is going to perform like they usually do, above average to mediocre, everybody can start saying Super Bowl or bust like they usually do. So we'll see how things fare out. But yeah, I mean, of course they're going to be right there on the cusp because they're going to be on the media rotation.
All right. Hey, Paul, can you tell Zach to call back? Because apparently we lost him, and then he was trying to call, but I didn't want to. It's that
taco burrito that he was trying to pick up.
I wanted to hear him make the order. I wanted to do that live here on Recon Athlete, episode number 65. Now my phone is. Come on, y'all. Live.
He just saw the message. We'll see if he calls back.
Man. All right, here we go. Hold on. All right, there you are.
Hello?
Yeah, what happened, man?
Huh? I never heard it.
What?
The number one. I never heard the number one power ranking.
This is Kansas City Chiefs, bro. Come on. You know that.
Jeez, I'm on the edge of my seat. The suspense was killing me.
I think that Taco Bell was killing you.
I know, man. That Taco Bell, man. Did you order yet?
Yeah. I already got my food.
What'd you get?
I got I tried to get a Doritos Loco Taco, the nacho cheese one, and they said they didn't have a nacho cheese one. So the lady said that's a no. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that she said that. But I got I kind of forgot what I got actually.
Wait, she told you that's a no when you asked her for the certain product?
Yeah.
What is she, like 50 years old and being your mom right now? You can't order Doritos Loco Tacos?
Yeah, pretty much.
Weird.
Yeah.
She didn't even tell me what kind they did have.
What's up with Taco Bell, man? You're the second person that I know tonight that went to go get Taco Bell, man. I haven't had Taco Bell in years. All right, well, enjoy your Taco Bell there, Zach. We're going to go ahead and keep rolling along here on Recon Athlete episode number 65. We got Chris Sanchez here in the Paddock Studios. Paul Rodriguez and Zach Lucetto are joining us on the line, respectively. Paul is back down in Lockhart, America, and Zach is running around getting some Taco Bell and trying to find some Dr. Pepper cream-flavored Dr. Pepper. All right, the other thing we wanted to talk about today was the NBA trying to get something going, and it looks like they are. They are wanting to do a players-only NBA 2K tournament, including players like Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell, DeMarcus Cousins, Andre Drummond. They've done this before, but I think this time the games are going to be televised live on ESPN, and it's going to be a 10-day event. So I think, I'm not a big esports kind of guy, but as far as the fact that we have basically nothing to watch as far as sports go, I'm going to check this out. Zach Luceto, let me get your opinion on this. Will you be watching this NBA 2K tournament with these NBA players on ESPN?
I already watched Amon Green get. I had it on the other day. So I think it's just there's nothing on the NBA to come up with.
Hold on, Zach. Where are you now, man? You're cutting in and out, brother. Come on in. Cutting in and out.
Yeah, I hear that snow. It's that snow, bro.
Yeah.
You're stuck in Green Bay.
Are you there, Zach? Are you in your car still?
Are you going through a car wash?
He's going. Car washes are closed right now. Hey, Zach. You there? All right, we might have lost him. Paul, let's move on with you.
I was waiting to hear like some kind of like Charlie Brown, like wah 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 wah. Listen, man, about this esports, I'm kind of curious. Like, why aren't you like digging on that? Like, you don't really like dig on people like playing games and stuff.
I mean,
see, look, there it is.
I think it'll be. I think it'll be cool, I guess, but I don't know, man. Like,
man, this is what I want to see. I want to see if they have the game, like if they have their screen, like them playing on, like the video game. But I need cameras on both of them also, because I want to hear what kind of just ish they're talking to each other. I want to see their facial expressions. I want to see like how they're reacting to different plays going on in the game, and I want to just basically just see the reactions and that they're saying and communicating to each other, because I got a feeling they're going to both be remote. Like, you'll probably see the gameplay, but I want to see like cameras on them and mic'd up, because the gameplay is one thing, but I think the entertainment value is going to be just straight up what they're saying to each other. You're going to kind of get a glimpse into their relationship, and you'll probably just basically just see how these guys react outside of, the basketball court physically and into the virtual world. But you also kind of really see how competitive these like elite supreme NBA athletes are when they're competing in, some kind of competition. So I really would love to see this. I think it'd be grade A content, but I don't think they should be having this on TV. I think this should be something that, like some kind of like Twitch or YouTube, or maybe something streaming to kind of get more of the younger kind of person into that arena, because that's where a lot of these people are. They're on Twitches, they're on YouTubes, they're on those kind of platforms. Because I think if you limit it to broadcast TV, you're going to lose out. Now, you'll probably get some people who cross over like us, who are going to go from, cable, and we'll kind of watch it because, we're trying to see, what this product's about. But I think if you really want to engage the younger people, you go to those platforms that they're already on, so that you can kind of collect that new market and just gain a new fan base. And we'll see if that plays out. But I don't know, man. I think it's going to be really awesome to see that, because I think we're all really jonesing for something to just watch, because we're just tired of being stuck at home, man. And I'm right there with you. Like, I work at home from all the time, but it's different when you can't go anywhere. Yeah. You get a little bit of cabin fever. So, I saw you though. I saw you on Instagram today, man.
Oh yeah.
I saw you out there with that cumbia. I saw you getting out there working.
Yeah, so it was a really nice day out today, and apparently it's going to be raining for the next like week or so. So me and Snoop took our couple chairs out to the balcony, and I had my little setup and had my computer set up, doing my work from home out on the balcony. And Snoop was hanging out there. He was taking a couple of conference calls, and that was our office for the day. So it was nice. It was nice sitting outside. I actually ate some late breakfast out there, and then decided to move my office from the paddock studios to the balcony. Zach, did we lose you? Yeah, I think we lost Zach. So hopefully he calls back. Zach, call back. Yeah, I mean, I do see where you're going with that, Paul, too, because with the whole the NBA 2K tournament being broadcast on ESPN, they are trying to kind of force this onto a demographic that might not be as interested in it. But I think ESPN is gambling on the fact that there is nothing else to watch sports related on right now. And so if they do it right, like you said, Paul, if they can get the reactions of the players, I mean, I would even maybe pre-record the games so that you can bleep out some of the stuff and, and really make it real fun. Because what you don't want to do is censor the players when they're playing video games, because I know when I'm playing video games, I'm not exactly radio, podcast, TV friendly. You know what I'm saying? So I think what you don't want to do is try to censor these players. Maybe play it a little bit sooner, and then if you got to edit it up a little bit, put a little beep every now and then. I think that would be a lot of fun to watch. All right, Recon Athlete episode number 65. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Lucero joined us for a little while via telephone. And like I said, guys, all of our Recon Athlete fans out there, I'm going to try to get something rolling so we can get some video going for Zach and Paul, so we can consistently do our social distancing, which I hope everybody else is doing as well. And then hopefully we can get to get you some video. I want to see what Zach and Paul look like after a couple weeks of quarantining. All right, Paul, we got anything else before we sign off? Other topics as assigned?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna tell you what. I got some chicken defrosting.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make me an HEB run this weekend. So I'm gonna get some fajitas, and I'm gonna get on that grill, man. I'm gonna get the grill fired up. I'm gonna have some good sun tea. I made some sun tea today. I'm gonna get that going, and because I didn't know it was gonna be raining for the next 4 days, so. The way I like to grill is I'm grilling rain or shine. I'm going to be on the back patio, and I'm just going to light it up, get that meat grilled up, put on some country music. That's the way I like to get down. I ain't afraid to admit it. Oh. And, man, probably have a libation or two and just enjoy this time. But I'm just excited for this stuff to be over. And I know, we've had a lot of communication from our elected officials, and it's information we're not really excited about, but I know that if we're giving the information and we're giving, a time frame, and that time frame gets extended, we're all doing our part. I really believe this, Chris. We're all doing our part because we all want this to be over.
Yeah.
And by wanting this all to be over, we're going to do what we can. But gosh, I sure hope it's done by the 30th. And I hope that when May comes, we can get out. And, we don't have to be hanging around each other, but I at least want to go to the park and not have to worry about anything. Or I want to go out and, hang out with my close circle of friends and not have to worry about anything. Because, I think right now being at home, we're all reflecting, on our lives. We're reflecting on, who we are as people and citizens of this country and of this state. And I think we're all appreciating the things we used to take for granted so much. And I think as soon as this crisis is over, because this is a crisis, mm-hmm. and we need to, do everything we can in our power so that the people who are sick can become healthy and those who are healthy can remain healthy, so that we have the opportunity to wake up, and do what we need to do on a daily basis so that everybody is successful and happy. And we can do the best we can to the best of our abilities. Because right now, it's difficult and it's challenging, but we're a strong nation, Chris. We can persevere. We've lived through so many different things that have arisen from, HIV in the 80s to the Berlin Wall falling in the late 90s or in the early 90s to 9/11 and H1N1 a few years ago. And now this, we have lived through some major, major events in history, and we will persevere. We will be strong as a nation as long as we stay together and we do our part for our fellow citizens.
All right, Paul Rodriguez for president 2024. Paul, well said. You know, I'm in the same boat, man. You know, doing my best to social distance. You know, when I can, if I don't have to go to the grocery store or something like that. But usually that's pretty much it. You know, and take care of yourself, everybody out there. You know, not saying that, you know, it's not good to go out to get you a little walk, get you some exercise. You know, they're saying that's okay to do. We don't really know everything that's okay to do. We do know that we don't want to be, you know, gathering in big groups or anything. But you know, if you can, if the weather's permitting and you want to get outside and take a walk, those are always good for you. And I mean, heck, even after we get through this, because Paul, I think you're right. You know, we will persevere and we will get through this. You know, just keep walking, man. You know, it's just like I like it. It's just get, you know, one step at a time. All right, Paul. We'll talk to you on Saturday morning. Hopefully we can get Zach Lucero back on the line as well. And, you know, we'll see. We'll see. We'll have some more stuff to talk about here on Recon Athlete. That's going to be wrapping it up for Recon Athlete number 65. I just want to say, taking the words from Hulk Hogan, all you little Recon athlete acts, let's do that. Yeah. You know, say your prayers, take your vitamins. And, you know, we'll get through all this. All right, Paul, we'll talk to you on Saturday morning, brother. We'll, do your thing.
All right. Just real quick before we wrap things up, just want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Price Market, The Social, and Focus Fit San Marcos. Thank you, fellas. John King Kalunga, I'll see you soon at Christ Market. But ladies and gentlemen, if y'all are enjoying the podcast, please like, subscribe, comment down below what's your favorite part of the episode today. Everybody on YouTube, hit the bell. We let you know when we upload. We gone.